Hi guys, today I am going to be working on these back to school photos of my daughter, and I pulled out these papers out of my scrap pile that I'm trying to use up. On my previous videos I showed everybody, here's the pile. I found another bag of scraps, so it just got bigger and bigger and bigger. So here we are, trying to use up all this. I also went through my bin of school embellishments and pulled out some of these cards. I think these are me and my big ideas. And then just whatever I had in there that worked. Again, me and my big ideas. This is like old school basic gray, I think. Yeah. It's called Oxford. Karen Foster. That's really old school. Some recollections, some scraps of stuff, another me and my big ideas, and here's even the oldest of all oldest, Daisy D's. Yes, I still have this. Don't laugh. Anywho, so I pulled out all that stuff to go with all these scraps of paper, and then I also pulled out from this Studio Calico collection, these two sheets. So these are going to be my background papers for these pictures. And I'm doing a double because on this side it's going to have like papers. So it'll be her class schedule, and I interview my kids every first day of school. So let me get started. Alright, so I am going to back this picture on this paper. And as you can tell, I already used it to cut out, it says School Spirit, cut out something else on my Cricut machine. But I don't like to waste, so what I do a lot is map my photos over these cutouts. I don't throw them away. I know a lot of people do, and you guys probably think I'm loony, but I will fit this picture on here. I will make it work. So I'm going to put it like that. And then just trim the top. And the bottom. I'm not going to trim the side yet because I might want to keep that on my layout. So far I'm thinking of doing something like this, or rather, I know I want some kind of black for contrast, and I think I'm going to put this little picture here. And I also wanted to include this print because of her shirt. I like the way it is. And it was in my scrap pile. I thought I'd use it. So I have the arrows going this way or this way. Vertical or horizontal. So I have to figure it out. Alright, so I took this picture. I used my scraps. I also used this black here, and I just cut it here and here, and this is the textured side. I flipped it around because I didn't want the textured side in case I wanted to write or put something, I don't know, sometimes the texture messes that up. Now this, we are going to rip that off. Oh, let's see this piece. Oh, maybe we will use this piece here. So here's what's in my brain. Putting this piece here. I'm gonna probably tape that down there. Something along these lines, and then I'm probably gonna back this one up on maybe the same paper. Kind of like that. Okay, so what I'm thinking so far. Not sure if I like that. I might have to put this on the other page, 'cause I'm not sure if I like it right here or not. That's going on the second page. Okay, so let's just focus on this page. I think that's all the papers I'm going to use on here. Next will be all embellishments. Alrighty, here's what I came up with for page number 1. And on this I used, this is the Me and My Big Ideas card. It looked like this, but I cut that off, put it there. And then I cut this to stagger it like that. It was a smaller version. It was in this size of this card. So I used that. On this basic gray, I actually popped out every single star that was left and kind of sprinkled them around. So that's what I did for that. On this one, I took out these books and this apple off of here to put on there. And so far I have not used these yet. I might use one of these little tags somewhere or on the next page. So for the next page, I kind of came up with this. And I basically anchored everything in the corner here and then in the corner up here. Because I have a bunch of papers to put on here, I'm going to shrink down like this size and put here and here like her class schedule and then like 2 papers here. So that's how that's going to work out. So I think it turned out good as far as using the scraps up. So now I just got to stick everything down and hope it all works and ends up the same way I put it right now. We will find out. Okay, so here is my first page. I'm going to write in the date here and probably the year right here. It got sticky marks on it, and then I tried to erase it with my eraser, and that made it even more gummy. So I'm just not feeling the way it looks. Alright, this is how my first page turned out. And for the date here, I used my Dear Lizzie roller date stamper dealio. For these numbers, I used some stickos, and for these down here I used the doll thickers, and then I took my Close to My Heart black ink and just kind of inked around all the edges. So this is the first page. The second page looks like this, and for these stickers here, I used these same stickos, EK Success stickos, for this and this. This middle one, I had to bust out with these really old color block ones. I probably got these at Tuesday Morning. Anyways, for the and sign, and then for this font, I used these stickos. And then for these letters, these are really old. Miss Elizabeth's. Dollar Tree used to sell these, and I've had them forever. So I'm trying to use it up. I got this stamp at the Dollar Tree, and that is this here. I just stamped it and then cut it out. And this tag back here is off of the Daisy D. It was right here. Just cut that out and put that there. And then I piece this together. Now it looks weird because the paper that's going over it is going to go like this. So it's going to be her little interview questions I asked her, a map of her school and her school schedule. That's going to go here. So that's how it's going to go on the page once it's done. And I think I want to put something right here, but other than that, that is the basic thing. There we are. And it's all done. Thanks for watching.